bitches, bros, and non-binary hoes. Congratulations, Sanix. You were first in chat, but you missed the trivia question, so I'm afraid I don't think anyone got the answer to that one in time. Yeah, Connor, I'm a terrorist now. That's what I'm here to talk about. I've fully embraced the fact. I don't know how many times I can go out saying this on Twitch, but we'll see how it goes. Nia, hello, how are you doing? You came in at a great time. I'm not sure if everyone's seen it, but I just fully accept it. And I've been called one enough times. I think, you know what? No, they're actually not wrong. I am terrorizing people. I can't even deny it at this point. I think I might as well just come out and confess to it, right? It's probably one of the riskiest titles I've ever put for a stream as well, but I am fully in that arc. Before I go into that, how's everyone else doing? I'm hoping you're all doing good. You've got a counterpoint, let's hear it. Speaking of Muskrat, I think I might have, counterpoint is you. Oh, okay. Have you seen the recent news article about him getting bullied off his own own platform and getting bullied out of politics? Can you believe the dude calls everyone else Snowflake is too upset by the mean things everyone says about him that he wants to quit? Surprising absolutely fucking no one, right? Think of Sanix. What if it's like just something that's like happens over time, maybe? Maybe there's other factors involved. Maybe if you know, happen to be autistic and also have $1 billion, maybe that's the missing key. Maybe. We need to do a scientific test for this. We need like a control group and a test group, right? So we need to find someone else. And then we need to give you $1 billion and make sure they don't have it and see if that turns you into one as well. Maybe also, like, I don't know, maybe it's the MAGA hat. Maybe that's what's causing it. We need to think about this scientifically. We need to, like, set up a study and properly test this shit. Also, the game I'll be playing today, it's currently installing. I've got a little bit left. I've got, like, what, 15 gigabytes left to download. I'm playing the Oblivion Remaster. I think so as well, right? Either hats or hate, one or the other. Also, there's a new channel point reward right next to President Obama. I don't know if you've seen it. You can now call the Oblivion Guard to report a crime.
Honor Whirls, sent by President Obama of the United States of America. And therefore the world would like to state unequivocally that it is the policy of the United States government not to negotiate with
I'm doing
terrorists.
good, Mohammed. How are you doing? Apparently Obama doesn't want to negotiate with me anymore. You know, should I start by explaining the whole thing, or do I do the Wordle and the Duolingo and the GeoGuessr first?
This guy!
Oh, it took him less than an hour. It took him 48 minutes as well, Sanix. It's amazing. That's a record time, right? Like, less than an hour since the game was even announced. He was like, this is woke. This is woke garbage.
Sanix 900 asked me, Grum's called the Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remaster. Woke that is fake news, which is a mega crime. Stop right there. Criminal scum. Calling the Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remaster woke? That's a crime against gaming. Clearly they haven't paid their fine for such a bold accusation. We can't let such treachery go unpunished.
It looks amazing. It's one of my favorite games.
I'll have to keep an eye on Grums from now on during my patrols. Maybe a sweet roll bribe will ease this false accusation madness.
I don't know, would Grums also... I think they did more than sweet roll to entrap Grums. He's just straight up reactionary, Sanix. It's insane to think that the original Oblivion was in 480p. That's how long ago it was. It was before 720p was a thing. It came out on the 360. It came out on the same console actually as Skyrim, because Skyrim also came out on the PS3 360, which maxed out at 720. Alright, do you guys want to hear about how I became a terrorist today? Because I've just like straight up, I've stopped denying it now. I've fully embraced it. Let's play. Watch this. So naturally, I've been tweeting a lot on Threads and other platforms about Palestine recently, and every single time I post anything related to Palestine, someone in the comments is there calling me a terrorist. And at this point, you know what? I've stopped, like, caring. I realize, no, do you know what? Maybe I am. Maybe they are right, because I terrorize people like them all the time, right? I'm relentless. In fact, I'm so fucking relentless. I've managed to bully Elon. I've contributed to this, bullying Elon Musk off the internet. Because he wants to leave politics now, because he's worked how many months in Doge? Like 1.5 months? Maybe 2? And he already wants to quit because he doesn't like people saying mean things about him. Mr. Comedy is legal, and everyone else is a snowflake. And I'm just there saying, hey, I've done my part. My favorite thing, if you go to my profile on Twitter and you ask Brock to summarize my profile, it just tells you all I do is completely own the shit out of Elon. Like if I click this little button here, which tells you, and then full screen so you can actually see what it says. Oh, it showed it before. Before it said, it literally is like talks about, because I posted more recently about other stuff. He would just go on about how much I own Elon Musk.
Connor Worlds asked me, Avatar Obi says he is a better terrorist than you. He says he is huge and great, and that you are a bigly bad one. What do you say? Listen, Avatar Obi might think they're huge and great, but everybody knows my terrorism skills are the best. I mean, I've been dealing with the media my whole life. They try to terrorize me all the time. Okay? People love what I do, even with my tiny hands. So Avatar Obi can talk big, but I've got the experience.
No,
I
apparently seem to be really fucking good
just
at
like
it.
the stolen election.
I apparently seem to be one of the best. I think I'm currently in my terrorist arc now. It's just what I do now, I guess. I also got what's his face to block me recently. Ricky Gervais. I managed to terrorize Ricky Gervais, Mr. Everything is Funny, and you know he makes fun of everyone equally, but gets really upset when you make fun of him. Let me show you the last thing I posted about him as well. Where is it? Oh, I post more than this. It was this post, wasn't it? Yeah. So, this is what I posted. I said, man, Ricky Gervais is so bad a comedian. He needs to make fun of minorities in a desperate attempt to be relevant, to be a relevant talking point, because nobody gives a shit about his shows. He hasn't got the balls to release a comedy show on his own merits as a comedian, because he has none. And immediately after that, he blocked me over this. Yeah, legitimately, you're not wrong. He's like, oh, you can't joke about anything anymore, and then I make fun of him, and then boom, blocked. Thing is, Conan, that's not his content, strictly speaking. If you look at his work, and if you look at specifically his good work, like stuff like The Office, that's considered good, and I think Afterlife was another one I think it was people mentioned, he isn't the one that really wrote it. Like, he's co-writer, as in his name's attached and he probably financed it, but it's his good stuff. It's always written by someone else, like Stephen Merchant or something. And you can tell Because none of his comedy shows have the same type of humor as any of his like TV shows. Stephen Merchant's fucking great. He was so good in Portal 2 as Wheatley. And what was that movie? Jojo Rabbit. He was really good at Jojo. Have you seen him in Jojo Rabbit? Because they make fun of how much taller he is than everyone else using like forced perspective, and it's so good. Like they make it part of the comedy. Sanix, I'm pretty sure if you watch Ricky Gervais's comedy show and skip over, like any one of his comedy shows, if you skip over the bits where he mentions Twitter, it will be like 10 minutes long. Do you know what? Carl Pilkington did like the lion's share of the work on that. And even then, all Ricky Gervais was doing was laughing at him. Like I think the only thing Ricky did during the entire Carl Pilkington show, whatever, was just have a really obnoxious laugh after everything Carl said. I mean, Carl was like unintentionally funny often, but like he sort of knew that and he's aware of that and he knows that, you know, he says things and people laugh, and all Ricky was doing is just laughing at him and essentially punching down on this one guy as well. Like he built his entire career doing shit like that. Like he's climbed over better people than him to get to where he is. I'll do the Duolingo first. Let me get my lesson in, and then I'll have got the word off. Anyone wants to do the word before I do it, you got a chance to do so. If you want to give me a word for it, now's also a chance to do so. Yeah, it was all Carl. Ricky had nothing to do with it. That's why it was so good. I saw a tweet. It's a really old tweet, but someone else's tweet from a while ago. I think it was when Elon Musk was still dating Grimes, and it was just like Musk and Grimes sound like something you'd find on an unwashed penis. And it's one of those things I wish I had said, because it was so good. Right, ni, san, ichi. Excuse me, that's sumimasen. San, ni, ichi.
1時半です。
Ichichi Handes, okay. It's 1:30. Ichi.
1、
Ni. San.
今何時ですか?
What time is it right now?
2時半。
Ni.
2時
Han. 2:30.
3時半です。
Anjihan. It's 3:30.
今2時半ですか?
Ima, which is that one. Ni, ji, han.
半
Yes, ka. Is it 2:30?
3時半
And that's 3:30.
2時頃です
Ni, ji, goro desu.
です
It's about 2 o'clock, so approximately 2 o'clock.
今1時ですか?
すみません。今、日時
すみません今1時ですか?
1時ですか?
ですか
Right, do you know what, Connor? I went with your suggestion last time. I think I'll go with Sanix and his suggestion for my starter word on the Wordle. I'll do that later. So, penis. Okay, I got an S in there. Go with shout. Okay, there's a T in there. I've not used an A. Okay. And an A. The end in TY? Does it start with an A? No. Do I want to waste a guess on that? No, I don't think it would be. Let me try and get the T in the right place. Okay, T's in the middle. There is an R, there's an S, and an A. A. R, T. Artsy. Is it artsy? Alright, that wasn't too bad. Got it in 5, which is my average apparently. Have a quick look. How long do I have my download? I've got about 30 minutes left on that. Okay. Got it in 4. You beat me on that one then. GeoGuessr. Let's have a look. Let's see if I do any better on this. Ooh. Could this be America? It could be South America. It was a trick. Oh, hang on. Which flag is this? Is that... Could it be somewhere in South America? Oh, hang on. That could just be some other random country, though. It could be like Costa Rica or something. Oh, hang on. No, I'll drop it round about there. Chile. No, I'll drop it in Chile if I can't think of anything else. But it looks like it might be. Chilean flag. I mean, Santiago Concha is on that sign there, and Santiago is right there. Can I find the Concha? If it's here anywhere. Oh, of course. It's the 1 star, isn't it? Isn't Chile like the longest, like, country? It's literally just straight along the coast. Seeing the flag. Okay, do you know what? Yeah, I think you're alright. It's seen this flag more than once. Yep, pretty close. Within 5 kilometers. That's walking distance. Ooh, this is tricky. What the fuck is that? Looks like an alien artifact. Oh, hang on. We're in a park. This is an art installation, I'm guessing. It's probably something famous. That's why they started it off here. Is it NYC? I mean... potentially? I think a diverse group of people here. I have a feeling it might be China. Or somewhere in Asia. It's not NY. Oh, hang on. Scandinavia. Oh, no, that's one of those long buses, like a mega bus or something. I mean, somewhere around there, I guess. Is it going to be somewhere in Europe? Could this be one of those buses that takes you straight across Europe? I could just randomly guess Stockholm until I think of something better. Or, no, do you know what? I'll put in Switzerland. Switzerland is neutral. It's right in the middle of everything, so it could be. But I want to look around some more. No, hang on, these trees look somewhat tropical. We might be closer to the equator. 4 seconds left to guess. I want to guess China, but I'm thinking it was Finland. Okay. My first guess was close. I guessed Stockholm originally. I was put off by the bus. I thought the bus might be passing through to get to another part of like Europe, or it could be anywhere there, so I guessed in the middle. As close to the middle as I could. There's bad cable management here. Could be India. Could be any country in South Africa, South Asia, sorry. I need to see some more of the language. Or like a road sign or something. Yeah, it's making me think India. But now one thing India does is it uses the English alphabet to write in its own language. Drop it in the middle for now. Also, did iRobot just completely ignore you when you talked about Texas fucking sucking like that? A lot of motorbikes, which is also quite popular in South Asian countries, actually. It was okay. It was Singapore. I could have done better that time. Let's chat. Let me have a look. What's wrong with iRobot? Is he having a break? Do I need to reset him? He is. Okay, hang on. Let me quickly reset this. Alright, there we go. That should make him able to respond now. I just turned him off and on again. Try asking him about how much Texas sucks now, and maybe he'll give you a more direct response. Okay, something I want to talk about before I get into playing Oblivion. Got about 20 minutes left for it to install, so I'll see if I can find something to put on. Texas. I always thought Florida was the, but then again, I guess Florida's more the, like, the unwashed penis of America. Which is kind of mean, because Florida's not all bad. You got things like Disney and Universal Studios there, like, they got the theme parks, but I think that's their only redeeming quality. Plus, like, Texas has got some pretty decent food. I mean, it's basically Mexican food that they appropriated, but it's still pretty decent, right? And the worst thing about Texas is the people running Texas are probably guilty of worse things, right? I'm sure if we try real hard, we can think of one or two, maybe two more better things about Texas. But I don't really want to strain myself. I mean, the buildings in America all all round, pretty good. Because they cut a lot of corners, though. They look good. Oh, NASA. NASA's a pretty good thing. Yeah, but thanks. The only real risk of teenagers becoming mentally ill is they might end up running as governor there. I think that's the main reason why. Texas Chainsaw. I don't know if I'd count as a good thing, because like the thing with horror movies franchises specifically is they'll make one really good movie like Saw or Paranormal Activity, and then they'll make 12 really shit movies after. Because people are like so like obsessed like with horror movies that they'll watch anything. Look, there are people out there who watch like The Purge 15 if it came out. It's essentially the same as like the Fast and Furious movies. As long as they keep making them, there will be people watching them. That's why the moment something becomes like public domain, there's a really shitty horror movie version of it made immediately. It's because horror movies are actually really cheap to make. And they know people will go see them, so it's one of the most cost-effective movies you can make. Even if it's bad. Which is why we get so many bad horror movies. Stream just crashed? I hope not. No, it's back. It's fine. Sorry, it went down for a second. I hope not. No, it's back. It's fine. Sorry, it went down for a second. Oh yeah, I fully support piracy. I mean, I've already admitted to being a terrorist, I might as well admit to being a pirate as well, right? Let me see how many crimes I can admit to in one stream. Yeah, I have nothing against people who choose to pirate movies. Congratulations, Kona, on being frisked in chat. I love it whenever you redeem it, you type in frisked. You've done it like 3 or 4 times in a row now, I think. It's one of the best ways, yeah. So I've got a video of James O'Brien, who's got a quarter on LBC talking about landlord horror stories we can watch. Let's play. Let me quickly pause my music.
I believe I've got through.
It's only me.
I know.
This is going to be a massive anticlimax now, Vanessa. Seriously, lower your expectations immediately.
Oh my God. Right, I have been through the whole no-fault eviction process, and I had to pull over and ring in.
Go on.
I lived in my house for 12 years.
He's pretty great. He's very patient, which is genuinely impressive.
The house was
in the people who call in on his show.
Repairs.
Right.
So I decorated the whole, because I'm a qualified decorator.
Okay.
I decorated the whole place, tiled the bathroom and the kitchen, put all new flooring down. The boiler broke down quite a few times. The pipes under the floor at one point broke. So that we had like a water feature in the back room where the piano was.
Yikes.
So many things. We had a gas safety inspection. My kitchen was condemned because it was unsafe. A new estate
Yeah, I don't.
came in and
I see why they would, because LBC as like a platform in general, platforms some pretty shitty people like Nigel Farage when they really shouldn't. But
move us somewhere.
I know it's more of a centrist platform,
I had to look for someone
which is why, you know, people tend to criticize it, and probably rightfully so. But I think James O'Brien definitely deserves credit for being someone on the left that's also very patient and willing to hear out the crazy fucking people that call in.
Every time we went to look for somewhere, there would be like 30 other people looking with us, so I just didn't stand a chance.
And that's where the bidding wars come in, presumably.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how much of this would help you. I mean, when you were in there, Awab's law would have forced your landlord to do essential repairs within fixed time periods. At least that's the plan. So that would have helped you.
No.
Why not?
Because what happened was the new estate agent that came in, he came in, served me with a Section 21 straight away.
Yeah.
And whilst that was happening, they gave me a new cooker. They put new carpet on the stairs.
I think it must have reset because stream glitched out for a second.
And just barely got it through, so that it wasn't illegal what they were doing.
So they could rent it out to someone else. Why did they want you out?
No, hold on.
Oh,
no,
sorry.
that's not. No, I haven't even got to the punchline yet. You got to hold on.
I am.
In the end, we went to court, lost,
Oh.
and we got evicted. I had to rely on the council, so the bailiffs come and kicked us out.
Oh, Lord.
We couldn't get all of our stuff at one time, and the bailiff said, you can come back and pick up the rest of your stuff. You've got 10 days. So I thought, well, that's fine. I do have my own van, so I can come back over the 10 days and get my stuff. But that's not what he meant. What he meant was I've got 6 hours in the next one of them 10 days to get all of our stuff.
Oh, I see.
So that's what we did. I couldn't get all of my stuff because it was too much.
Sure.
12 years of stuff.
Yeah.
But we were getting evicted because my landlord wanted to sell.
Yeah.
Because his mortgage...
No, well, when I said things would be better for you, I meant...
I've mentioned this before, but Germany had like rent control laws, which stops landlords from doing things like this.
Explain something.
All right.
The reason why, what the point that everyone's missing, and I'm now in a hostel with my kids, right?
Yeah.
Everybody in there has lost their home to that, Airbnb.
Yeah.
My house is now on Airbnb with all my furniture on it, and it's being rented on
The fact that people are opening Airbnbs in the middle of a housing crisis is generally kind of fucked up.
I did at first, but now, you know, we've just had our second Christmas in a hostel. Our second Christmas.
I'm sorry to hear
And
that.
it's not that there isn't any properties to rent. My house that I was living in was £1,300 a month. Round the corner, the exact same house that was up for rent was £2,000. I cannot do that.
No.
Technically, yeah, you did get it right, Kona.
But there's so many people.
And there's no council stock. What are you going to do?
Let me give you that medal.
We've just got to wait it out. We've
I'm
just got to
sorry.
wait it out. And my situation sounds terrible, but I'm in a hostel, and all of us have got the same story.
Yeah.
But we're all living in one room.
Also,
There's girls.
side note, on Sunday, I'm going to be doing D&D. It streams again with Harpy and May and everyone else. I normally stream it on my YouTube channel, which I have for D&D. I'm wondering, do I multi-stream it to Twitch as well, or do I just save it? Or,
12 years, always paid your
do I have a link for it? I don't think I have a link. No, it's fine. Yeah, do I just do it on my YouTube channel, or do I stream it on Twitch? So I don't know everyone on Twitch is going to be interested in watching D&D, where you can't really interact with the stream and we can't really reply or anything.
The only bit that I'm going to argue with you about is if the new...
And you can't really use channel points or anything like that either. Would people want to watch me and Harpy play D&D, or do I keep that for the YouTube channel?
Eviction would have just stopped everything.
And they'd have had to fix some of the things that you had to fix yourself sooner if the law...
I used to stream it originally on my channel, but I realised like not everyone understood what D&D was, and people were like really confused every single time they tuned in and expected me to be there talking about edgy political stuff. Instead, we're just like...
Like you say, now you're just waiting it out.
You know, to like be like PNG tubers play rolling dice.
And being let down, which is why I talk about social...
Like, if people are down for watching some D&D, I'll be happy to stream it as well. So I know May streams on her channel normally.
To talk about something so awful. Can I do anything to
But
help?
it's like completely different from what I normally do. I'm not sure if it's the kind of thing, if I want to keep those things separate or not.
tell her that I'm throwing you a
Wow,
joke.
that is magnificent news. And
Yeah, I mean, Irel's still going to be in chat, that's for certain.
You say that
But like a good 80% of what my content is probably wouldn't be part of it.
I'd come and get some VR.
Like, you want me to use any channel point rewards to interrupt or anything?
In James's studio, all right?
Oh my God, she will.
I mean it.
Oh,
We've been in a pretty unique situation, really, because I own my own property.
He didn't canoe anyone, he just said to uncanoe. I think you've canoed the entire chat, I guess.
So we were thrown into the world of renting, and oh my goodness, it was just awful.
What were you most surprised by? How long was it since you'd been in the world of renting?
Oh, since I was a student,
Yeah.
really.
Well, I don't know how long ago that was,
yeah,
do I?
That was actually no, probably because over 20 years ago.
Thank you, Lindsay. Thank you.
Over 20 years ago. But
So what happened?
my
What shocked you most? What shocked you most?
well, my husband's disabled, and I work.
Oh, landlords do not like disabled people, that's for certain.
Finding
That's a big red flag to them.
Accommodation with 2 dogs is remarkably difficult in the first place.
Of course it is, yeah.
But it was.
You often have to pay extra as well. I mean,
Yes,
some
well,
landlords
yeah.
let you have a dog, but only if you pay extra to I think there's a story about an MP being in that situation in one of the newspapers this morning. But it is, yeah. And, of course, your dogs are a huge part of your life. And
well,
you know.
Well, I mean, we couldn't put them in kennels. They're two Alaskan Malamutes, so they're big dogs.
Oh, those are difficult dogs to look after. I remember when I was a kid, once I saw a Malamute, and I legitimately thought, because I saw it at a glance, I thought someone was walking a pet bear or something because it was so big.
Without any notice. So.
Had you done anything wrong? Had you been model tenants up to this point?
Yeah, well, absolutely. But they decided they were going to sell up. So, what could we do? So my husband spent 2 days cleaning the property while we moved into a new place, which took us ages to
Agreed, Dungeon Slime. They absolutely should.
We were worried that we were going to end up in
The only good one is a dead one.
I don't know, caravan.
I think that's going to be part of my that's going to be added to my rap sheet in my my terrorist activity. Right, I also terrorize landlords.
Rent, but we had to pay the deposit.
So you had to find a deposit. They pay the rent, and then the landlord just.
I've never been flagged up by the FBI's system yet, considering how much I've been talking about this.
Home, but it's my asset, and at the moment, the law prioritises the value, the importance of the asset over the importance of the home.
Yes, absolutely.
That's wrong, right? That feels wrong on every level.
Yes,
that feels like classic conservatism. It's here you go. Here's someone rich. We'll look after them and stuff everybody else.
Well, absolutely. But I mean, to add insult to injury, on top of the fact that they'd thrown us out, they then wanted. Like I say, my husband spent 2 days.
They wouldn't be very good tents though, because they're so thin-skinned.
He left it cleaner than when we moved in.
Yes.
Because when we moved in, there was food in the fridge, there was stuff on top of the fridge, there was bags of rubbish. And my husband left.
I heard about that, Sanix. It was literally game-breaking, wasn't it?
£300 for
always do
cleaning and for a light bulb.
They always do that.
I love it when games try and like make it all about capitalism or whatever, and then they realize they need to implement socialist systems here and there to actually make the game work.
We came to an arrangement.
Like even the biggest like capitalist game out there, Monopoly, has universal basic income. Every time you pass go, you collect £200.
Landlords have been having a laugh for years, and I feel mildly sorry for landlords that haven't. There are good landlords. But you only need to change the law when the bad landlords massively...
Oh, Kona, if only there's a way to cannibalize them like that.
Won't really be
if only we could.
They wouldn't have been taking advantage of the situation in the first place. Otherwise, they would cease to be good landlords and would immediately become bad landlords.
Exactly what you said, yeah.
Exactly. So, what's not to like? Answer. Well, I look upon people like Lindsay as taps, money taps that I should be able to turn on and off at will, regardless of the disruption to their lives that no-fault evictions represent.
We've been given a Section 21 last week, and we've been told by our letting agent that the reason that we've been given it is because of the new legislation coming in, which will make it more difficult, which I feel is going to create a little bit of a vacuum of.
So
So landlords are so good. Why don't they just give me a house for free, right? They've got so many, they can spare one.
After the legislation comes in, so they're slinging you out now.
I believe so. Yeah. I think
that makes sense, doesn't it?
Basically, what has happened is when we moved in, we were told it was a long-term rental and it wasn't going to be up for sale.
Okay.
And we had the evaluation done on it well, the landlords had a valuation done on it, told to us under the pretense of remortgaging.
Right.
And
they
obviously
were really sizing it up for the
Yeah.
for the estate agent.
Yeah, so basically we've been told that we've now got until the 3rd of June to find somewhere new. The problem being is that if you look at the rentals within a radius, you know, I've got 3 kids that go to school locally,
Right.
each at important times of their education. My oldest daughter's doing the GCSEs.
Right.
That in the area, there's about 40 properties that are available that might not be suitable. For sale, there's about 400, which is an option for it.
I mean, so there could be a bit of...
Yeah, generally think we need more regulations on Airbnbs as well, because those are like legitimately fucking up entire countries. Like places like Venice have had most of the people that used to live there had to leave because of Airbnbs ruining things and tourists obviously using them instead of hotels to then basically make it a cycle that never ends.
Well, I mean, this is where ideology kicks in a little bit, as opposed to practicality. I think the law should protect the person whose home it is more than it protects the person whose asset it is.
And most Airbnbs are illegal as well.
It's going to involve the problems that you've just brought to our
Yeah, I mean, the original idea for it was something convenient. People could use, like, you know, find a place to stay when they're traveling somewhere, right? It was meant to be a better deal than a hotel because you'd get to have, like, the comfort of an actual home or, like, round about the same price, right? And not have a hotel room that has no kitchen or anything like that. That was meant to be the deal. But yeah, every landlord then just took advantage of it because of how popular it was. And now we've got a fucking crisis with countries where people are having their homes turned into Airbnbs and kicked out of them, basically. Because short-term rental is more profitable, apparently, because they can charge more for it.
On time, every time. We've looked after the house when we have the letting agent round to do their inspection, which again is a little bit intrusive, to be honest.
Yeah, of course it is.
A little bit patronising, you know.
Yes, it's your home.
I think Airbnb is basically the Israel of the housing market, right?
Yeah, and we get complimented, you know, oh, your house is so beautiful, you know, you keep...
What they do, they kick you out of your own home and then, like, essentially colonize it.
Funny. But they may have had bad experiences in the past, but it can lack dignity sometimes, that relationship, I think.
Yeah, and I think that's the problem at the
Also, the problem is, like, a lot of these, like, second properties, right? They're not even owned by people. Like, they're owned by big companies that own, like, 100 different, like, apartments, like, across the country and stuff. I think those big, like, landlord companies, those should be illegal. I don't think big corporations should be allowed to buy hundreds and hundreds of homes and apartments and then rent them out.
Conversations is you've done nothing wrong, but it feels like you have. And
I think those should be way more heavily regulated, right?
Being punished.
Like, having one motherfucker own 3 houses and renting out 2 of them is bad enough, right? That's hoarding straight up. Like, they got more houses than they need, and they're essentially exploiting people who need housing to make a profit. And companies doing that on a massive fucking scale is even worse. Let's chat. Let me have a look. How long do I have left of Oblivion? 7 minutes to download. Okay. I also want to watch before we get on with it. Or do I want to complain more about landlords? Yeah, that's straight up. I genuinely think those should be really fucking illegal. But they're, like, completely unregulated. And then, like, we've got people like Rachel Reeve who's like, we need to cut benefits from disabled people because we need to save money somehow, right? And, in fact, there was a video I saw about how, the UK doesn't actually need to pay back its debt because she's all like, oh, we need to pay off some of our debt. Well, like, the country's not meant to be operating at a profit, right? This is not a company. We're supposed to be spending all of our money on our people that we get. That's the whole point of the whole, you know, taxes and government, right? They tax money from the people, and then the government then uses the money to make lives for the people better. But, no, our current government want to turn this into a for-profit corporation, apparently. There's this one channel I started watching recently that had a good video on it. Let me see if I can find it. What's it called? I forgot the name of the channel as well now, which is bad because I was watching it literally earlier today. And I'll recognize him when I see him. I mean, we're like, what, 3-4 months into, no, not even that actually, less than 3 months into Trump's presidency, and look how bad it's worked out. He's been running the US like a company with his tariffs and all that BS, and look how it's turned out for everyone. I'm pretty sure everyone who ever voted for him has like massive regrets, but they don't want to admit it. They don't want to admit they were wrong. So naturally, they're just pretending like, you know, they are totally on board with all these tariffs, and the prices of eggs going up like that was totally their plan. It's like people forget though, like he did it so badly in 2016. By the time we got to 2020, everyone voted against him. Like, it was a pretty like good win for the Democrats, and then like people immediately forgot about that. It is, unfortunately. Like, even it's the fact that the left-wing party are so right that they are considering doing things that even like the Conservatives weren't even considering doing back then, because every single time they talked about it, Labour were like, that's horrendous, how could you do that? Only for then have Labour do exactly that. It's this guy. Let's play. Let's play. Yeah, Richard J. Murphy. He's done quite a lot of videos on the UK about politics. It's this video I was talking about specifically.
Government debt need never be repaid. That's not what you hear from the newspapers. That's not what you hear people say on the television. But what I've just told you is the truth. Not only does government debt never...
Like, what's going to happen if the government doesn't pay their debt back? Are they going to repossess the entire fucking country?
Which is the favourite phrase of right-wing politicians. But actually, repaying it would be an outright disaster. So, let me explain just what...
I mean, Sax, you got to remember...
Government debt is very simple.
There was Latinos for Trump who voted him in and then got deported. It's MAGA is a straight up cult.
The total cumulative taxation.
They don't want to believe they're brainwashed.
To date.
Kiddies, hello, how are you doing today?
In 1 year, that's the deficit. It is a cumulative total that has arisen over a period of more than 325 years now. And the consequence of that debt is that we have outstanding, at this point of time, something in excess of £2 trillion of net difference between total government spending to date and total government taxation to date.
Oh, hello. Thank you for the raid, kiddies. I really appreciate it. Were you doing your co-worker stream earlier? What were you up to? Let me give you a shout out real quick. I'm hoping it went well. I hope you had a good stream. Thank you for bringing everyone today. Okay, fun fact about cabbages. Okay. I'll give you a fun fact about cabbages. So you guys know Johnny Somali, right? The guy who's currently in court in Korea for being a nuisance streamer. Those of you who don't know, sorry. Sonic 3D fun fact. I'm giving you a fun fact. Johnny Somali is the kick streamer who went to Korea, was a bit of a nuisance to fucking everyone there, and got arrested for it, and is now currently facing, I think his court date, his first court date went by where they told him his charges. I think he's going to be facing 25 years in prison for it. Although I think there's additional charges to be added on top of that. But basically, he might be he's definitely going to be facing some time in prison. We don't know how much yet, but a minimum 25 years. And Korea have labor. Trust me, this is to do with cabbages. Korea has labor for prisoners, right? So prison labor. And one of the labor that's very likely to be the case that Johnny Somali will have to do as his like prison sentence is carried out is as a cabbage farmer. Because one of Korea's biggest exports is kimchi, which is made from cabbage, and they grow a lot of cabbages, and a lot of the cabbages that grown and picked for kimchi is done with prison labor. So he might be spending the next 25 years of his life picking cabbages. So that's my cabbage fun fact. I'm hoping nobody else knew. It's gonna be great, I think, for him.
Overall, we have been undertaxed by more.
It's gonna be a learning experience, that's for certain.
Which most people would probably think is quite good news. To put that figure in context,
I believe Oblivion has finished downloading, so I'll stick it on once this video is done.
Income for the UK that has, over the last 300 years, not been taxed.
I've just been talking about on stream today all the reasons why I hate various governments and why I've become a terrorist now, which is something I've just decided to fully embrace. No worries. I hope you have good class as well later.
Really mad enthusiast.
Enjoy your luck. Go do your post-stream stuff.
That we must and should reclaim it so that the government's books balance. That appears to be the position.
Pull the lever, Kronk!
Right, we believe that we are going to hell in a handbasket unless we do actually make that cumulative equation balance. But that...
Glad to see that lever still works.
I can't use a nicer term. It just shows a complete lack of...
It's 120 gigs, which I get, considering the original game was 480p.
I think you're beginning to get my message. I really do think those who suggest...
And this is going to be running at, like, what?
We've got to make good this difference.
Potentially 4K?
Nonsense. And why are they talking nonsense? That's because...
I mean, I'm playing at 1080p because I stream at 1080.
...left by the government in the economy...
And my monitor only goes with 2K anyway.
...a number of absolutely fundamental roles within it. Firstly... that money is our money supply. How do I know? Look at a £5 note. It has written upon it...
A lot of people don't know it's about the money.
I promise to pay the bearer on demand a sum of £5.
Like the actual paper money we have is just, you know, a promise by the bank that they'll give you £5 worth of gold.
There is no value behind that. But if you want to go and offer the Bank of England...
It's literally an IOU.
...pay your tax bill, they will very willingly take it. Because that is what the value of your money is.
The whole reason money exists is because the government don't want people to pay taxes with perishable goods, like rice or grain, or like flour, which is what people would obviously trade before money existed. They would just trade whatever goods they cultivated, so it could be eggs, it could be meat.
So if we...
And they were like, hey, no, we can't store this or anything like that, or use it if it expires, so we need to give incentives, right, to make people use this paper money that we know will last longer, or coins even. So they invent money, and they're like, oh, by the way, now you have to pay your taxes in money. So people had to stop trading goods and start using money instead. And that's how capitalism was invented.
Notoriously unreliable at doing so, particularly in times of recession. So we need government debt and government...
Also, why don't the banks bail us out this time? We bail the bank out all the time, right? Why don't they scratch our back for a change?
Our private pensions are dependent upon the existence of this government debt, because government debt is represented by bonds issued by the government, and large quantities of those are owned by pension funds to underpin the promise that they make to pay pensioners when they reach old age, because there is nothing more secure.
Yeah, straight up.
Bond when it comes to a guarantee to make payment, which is what a pension fund does.
And like the idea of interest even wasn't a thing then either, I believe.
When they retire. The other industry...
In fact, certain religions outright forbid charging interest.
They want to make sure that they have sufficient funds to pay out the claims.
I'm sure Jesus would have a lot to say about the state of things now, right? If he could see it.
Values of government bonds to guarantee that process works. They too would have enormous difficulties if there wasn't a government debt in existence that they could own in part. And the banking system is in the same situation. It uses government bonds to operate what is called the overnight banking market, the technical details of which I won't go into now, but without the existence of government bonds to facilitate that market, then
and then Trump would come along with his tariffs, right? And suddenly your eggs are now worth like 15 shovels for one egg, right?
Simply could not work. So, do we need to repay the government's debts? Yes, if we want to pay a lot more tax entirely voluntarily for absolutely no gain. Yes, we do, if we actually want to.
I mean, the amount of people who hate others in his name, despite the fact he very explicitly said that if there's a foreigner residing in your land, you should treat him as one of your own and love thy neighbor.
Extra cost and also volatility in the.
I think he would legitimately choose to crucify himself if he saw what happened.
Downslide, which, as we know, can happen. Then yes.
Or like he'd do another flood, right? He'd like, do you know what? We need to do over this whole Noah's Ark thing, but this time without the Ark.
And commercial banking. If you want to do all those things, certainly be in favour of repaying the government debt.
Or no people on the Ark, at least.
Create our money, and if you do not want to not pay excessive tax, and if you want to have a functioning pension funds, life assurance companies, and banks, you really.
Anyway, let me set game real quick.
So, whenever you hear a politician saying that we must repay the government debt, which is a burden on future generations to come, do two things. First of all, ask them, why is it a burden?
I'm pretty sure he'd also be very upset about a lot of things, right? Watch this. Like the Crusades being a thing, I'm pretty sure he'd not be happy about the fact that his home and the place he was born was bombed over Christmas. I think he'd be kind of upset about, you know, Israel drone striking the place he was born. Yeah, I think he'd be very vocal about that sort of thing. Also, the fact that Oblivion Remastered is Steam Deck verified is fucking great. It means I can play it whenever I go visit my family or something. Here we go. Let it do its little shader pre-caching, whatever. Oh, the sin of empathy. How unforgivable. The idea that they believe sin is empathy is a sin is genuinely, like, signs that it's 100% a cult, right? I don't know, what would Jesus be happy about today? I can't think of many things, actually. I don't think he'd be a fan of all the really weird Christian movies that have been made. Oh, do you know what? He'd absolutely weep if he saw the American mega churches that have, like, you know, really expensive fucking fireworks shows and, like, monster truck rallies and stuff. American Christians are, like, a whole other level, though, compared to, like, what people would consider normal. Oh, you know what? He'd have so many fucking tables to flip over at the market now. Like, people apparently didn't understand what he meant by that, right? You know, when he went to the market, flipped over all those tables and like drove all those people out, like the most anti-capitalist punk thing in the Bible out there. Like, out of all the things that happen in the Bible, that's the most punk thing that could ever happen, and Jesus is the one who did it. Do you know what? He'd be a fan of Coachella. I think he'd be a fan of the performances at Coachella because a lot of them were against Israeli oppression. I think that's one thing he would be, pretty okay with. It's wild to me, Sanix, right? I've seen this happen so many times. Is that the far right and like the Christian right and all and the American right wing in general, they all essentially believe the whole Jewish people run the world conspiracy. But at the same time, also they support Israel because they hate Muslim people way more than they hate Jewish people, I guess. It's weird to see them flip flop on their bigotry like that because they absolutely 100% are anti Semitic because they believe conspiracy theories like that are harmful to Jewish people. At the same time, they are so willing to show support for Israel purely because they hate brown people even more. Like, it's wild to see them flip flop between the two. Because, for a fact that the moment they're done hating on Palestinian people, they're going to immediately turn and accuse everyone in Israel of secretly controlling the whole world and their banks or some bullshit like that. I mean, Sanix, you say that as if like Tel Aviv isn't like a massive safe haven for sex offenders because the moment someone is a registered sex offender, they can get like a free birthright trip to Israel and become a citizen there, which is what a lot of people do to get away from countries where they become registered offenders at. It's got like one of the highest concentrations of like sex offenders in the population. And it's all because of that free birthright trip that people who are Jewish are able to get, because it's like a free get out of jail free card, I guess. So you think they'd be more upset with the fact that their country is killing children, considering the reason they're there in the first place? They love children a little too much. But I guess these kids are brown, so I guess not their cup of tea. Also, while this is loading, how many people have played Oblivion before? Because this was not my first Elder Scrolls game. My first Elder Scrolls was Morrowind. But I think at the time I was too young to fully understand what I was doing in Morrowind, so I didn't really appreciate it. When Oblivion came out, I was old enough to properly play an RPG, and I really fucking loved it. Yeah, they believe that because, they have a really fucking good propaganda machine. And I guess they're probably really easy to brainwash as well when it comes to that sort of thing. I've not seen that, Sanix, but it wouldn't surprise me if I saw it. Because I know for a fact the people I've been arguing with when it comes to Israel, 100% are going to turn on Jewish people the moment they're done attacking Muslim people, right? I never played Arena. Daggerfall is one I wanted to play, but I think that was probably before my time as well. Oh yeah, straight up. It's just varying levels of hate, right? Because they are more Islamophobic than they are anti-Semitic. I can't believe the best game Bethesda put out in like the last decade is one that they didn't even make. It was a remake of their older games. I can't wait for Skyrim to also get a remaster like this. How many times do you think they'll re-release Oblivion? I've heard good things about the Daggerfall Unity version. It's one I was considering trying out.
87 years ago. For 65 years, I've ruled as Tamriel's emperor. But for all these...
One thing I'm noticing a lot more prominently now is how comically big the Amulet of Kings is. It's like, they made it big in the original game to make it stand out because it's a low polygon model.
Waking eye may see.
I think they probably should have shrunk it down a little bit.
In darkness, a doom sweeps the land. This is the 27th of last seed, the year of Akatosh 433. These are the closing days of the Third Era and the final hours of my life.
I can't believe you both disappeared. There we go, that should be better. It's because you muted my mic twice by doing both commands. I think it muted it again. Yeah, unfortunately for you, Science, I do have the Horse Armor DLC because I got the deluxe edition. So yes, I can fully enjoy the game. Oh man, I can't wait to see Professor Xavier getting stabbed again. Right, I think I might want to play Khajiit, but I want to see all the race options. I like the dark vision they basically get, but also be a dark elf. I always want to play as a dark elf, but I end up going Khajiit most of the time. The thing is, I'm probably going to end up playing a stealth archer if I do this. I can't believe it. Todd Howard's going to get me. Todd, please. I got the DLC. I'll buy the game again if you want me to. Oh god, I can't believe it. I'm being taunted to death. Oh, the last person who put their name in my death note was also me. This is twice I've been killed. I can't believe it. Twice in a row, someone's killed me. Last time it was I walked off screen. Silence, I think that one was also you. Right, shot by Todd Howard. Or not buying the horse DLC. can't believe this. Yeah, I guess I should expect a visit from Todd Howard soon then. I'm never a fan of how the elves look in Elder Scrolls games. Oh, do I want to go Breton? I'll have a look through the appearance options. I want to see how close I can get it to look like me. Character mods definitely look a lot better. Why is this eye menu so creepy looking? Ah, okay, that's what the options are. Okay. Right. Okay. What hair options I've got? not actually changing anything. I don't think it is. Okay, that definitely is. Not sure because I've got a warm light on me. Is it going to be black or is it going to be really dark brown? I think that's black, right? But it still has really terrible hairstyles as well. Representation for everyone. Oh, that's pretty close. That's not sticky uppy though, is it? That's probably the closest I've got there. Do I want to be... Got spellcasting. Build up summoning and healing magic, resist magical energies, increase speed. Or do I want to be a cat person? Alright, we're making a whole new character, see how it works out. I just want to see what the options are. Just seeing how it works with the Khajiit differently. What options do we have here? Okay, eyes. Okay. My issue with the Khajiit is the hair. Oh, they got... Okay, spots. I want to be tiger striped. What kind of mains they have? Pretty decent looking. Oh, is that a bandana? I do quite like the look of that, actually. It's very Solid Snake with the mullet. Intelligent can scare opponents, see in the dark, improved endurance. I've never played the Breton before, but I might say that for another play too. First time I ever played Oblivion, I played as an Argonian. Can I resist the temptation to be a furry? That's the question. I think I'm gonna want to be a Khajiit. cannot be helped. First playthrough of every Elder Scrolls game. Probably end up me as a Khajiit. Oh, hang on, what's this change? Concrete Donkey, how you doing, dude? Welcome on in. I mean, the Khajiit look a lot more attractive than this than they did in Skyrim, that's for certain. This only really darkens the fur, doesn't it? Head. Can I change here? Dude, this was my first like proper Elder Scrolls game. I did play Morrowind, but I think at the time I was just too young to properly get into it. But when I played Oblivion, like holy shit, it was my favorite game for so long. And I fully intend to spend the first 3 hours just messing about with the character creator. I was half tempted to make a character look like me when I saw how cool the Khajiits look. The fact that it's Steam Deck verified as well, it makes me so excited because I got a Steam Deck which I take to visit whenever I visit my family. I take my Steam Deck with me. So it means I can play this while I'm visiting there as well. I just want to see what all these sliders do. Even though I'll be spending the entire game like playing in first person and not even looking at my character, it's important to design a good one. Like, I normally don't play as any of the elf characters either. I normally want to play as a dark elf, but I don't like how weird the Elder Scrolls elves look. But they don't look too bad in this one. Oh, is this the length? I mean, I know, but I'll be doing multiple playthroughs of this, I think.
This guy!
His chin's fine. I might give him some facial hair. Eyes, okay. What eyes do I want to give? I love the option to make your character blind. That's good representation for people who are visually impaired. I just wish they'd know it was in the game. I might go with blue purely because I know eventually I'm gonna want to become a vampire, and that's gonna change my eye color anyway to red. What are these? Ah, okay. I think I'll go with possibly the blue. Oh, same. Every Elder Scrolls game, like, it lives and dies based on how good the modding scene is. In fact, fun fact, surprised me when I found out about this as well. Did you know Terry Pratchett, who wrote the Discworld books, he made a mod for Oblivion. He used to be an Oblivion modder. He was part of a group of people that made a mod for Oblivion back in the day. I think he wrote some of the dialogue for a companion character, which blew me away when I found out. I was like, holy shit. Because I knew he was into computers and technology and stuff. But I never considered that he would be a someone that was that into, like, Oblivion. And, like, in retrospect, it makes sense. The dude is all about fantasy, of course. But it genuinely, like, surprised when I saw, hang on a second. Yeah, it's genuinely really wholesome. And he did the whole thing for free as well. And this was, like, it wasn't even before, like, he was an author, because at the time, he was a very well-established, like, author. Like, he put out several, like, Discworld novels over, like, I think at the point, like, a good 10, 15 years. So, like, he was kind of a big deal at the time. Like, he'd already written Good Omens. The only person we should ever credit for Good Omens at this point, I think. Okay, what's this? Maybe there. Oh, I remember this. You can make your character have a permanent facial expression, which originally contributed to the Oblivion character looking kind of weird. Oh, don't tempt him. You know for a fact. If he could, you'd definitely put it behind the Creation Club, like Creation Club paywall or something. Let's hope it flies under the radar. What are my nose options like? I think I'll leave most of these default. This I want to change. Main color. Can I be black? That. What if I do black and white like this? See how that looks. Zebra cat. Potentially. I don't want the bandana because it looks really cool. And it's giving me Solid Snake vibes, so I kind of want to go with that. Also, do I want to go with the main color as black or not? Do I want to be that kind of edgy person? Also, do they not have facial hair? Is that not an option for my Khajiits? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Can't make the hair color different from the skin color. Okay. That makes my hair black, but it also makes all of my fur black. I want to go Tiger Stripe, that's for certain. Purple lights would be interesting. I like how many funky options they give you here. I might go with this one. I'm indecisive of this. This is where I spend most of my time. I'll go with the blue. I'm sticking on this now. It'll match my bandana. Am I going to call it myself, or am I going to go with a pun? In fact, there is one name I loved using sometimes for a cat like this. And it came from the fact that, as I was bullying someone who was not a very good person. And, they kept getting my name wrong. And one of the ways they got my name wrong was just calling it Obanyan, which made me sound like a cute anime cat banana cross, something like that. So I've been using that name every now and again whenever I make a cat type character. But yeah, this person, what was he doing again? He was in the military, and he got kicked out of the military, dishonorably discharged, because he stalked and harassed 2 women who were also in the military, to the point where, like, both had to get restraining orders against him. And apparently me telling people about that was really upsetting for him. I don't know why. I mean, if he didn't want people to know he did that, maybe he shouldn't have done it, right? I think I'll go with that. Alright, cool.
Wake up, kitty kitty.
Oh, this guy.
There's a rat in my cell, Khajiit.
1 second before I do get racially abused by this guy. The first thing that happens in Oblivion is the fact that you get racially abused by the guy in the opposite cell. Let's quickly change a few settings.
That tasty rat. Does the kitty want it? Is the kitty hungry?
I'm glad they didn't remove the racist dude.
You can get in here, Khajiit. They don't feed the new prisoner.
One thing I've never done in this game, can you come back here and talk to this guy again once you've broken out?
Then they beat you. Then, if you're lucky, they kill you. That's right. You're going to die in here. Hey, you hear that? The guards are coming. For you.
Boris, lock that door behind us.
Yes, sir. My sons, they're dead, aren't they?
We don't know that, sire. The messenger only said they were attacked.
No, they're dead. I know it.
Oh, don't be so upset. Sean Bean is still
What
alive.
is doing here? This cell is supposed to be off limits.
Usual mix-up with the watch.
Never mind. Get that gate open. Stand back, prisoner. We won't hesitate to kill you if you get in our way.
No sign of pursuit, sir.
Stay put, prisoner.
Good. Let's go. We're not out of this yet.
Not the way she just shoved him out of the way.
I've seen you. Let me see your face. You are the one from my dreams. Then the stars were right. And this is the day. Gods give me strength. Assassins attacked my sons, and I am next. My blades are leading me out of the city along a secret escape route. By chance, the entrance to that escape route...
During this time, Patrick Stewart did quite a lot of video games, like voiceovers, because he was also in Castlevania Lord of Shadows. Right?
Perhaps the gods have placed you here so that we may meet. As for what you have done, it does not matter. That is not what you will be remembered for. I am your emperor, Uriel Septim. By the grace of the gods, I serve Tamriel as her ruler. You are a citizen of Tamriel, and you too shall serve her in your own way. So do we all. But what path can be avoided whose end is fixed by the almighty gods?
Please, sire, we must keep moving. Better not close this one. There's no way to open it from the other side.
Don't try anything.
Looks like this is your lucky day. Just stay out of our way.
There's trouble ahead.
It still does the little zoom in thing, okay. It's fine, I'll get his clothes later. Probably their clothes too. This looks so fucking good.
Protect the Emperor.
Protect yourself.
The captain's down.
Your destiny calls you down a different road. Please help us.
Are you all right, sire?
I had to punch him because obviously fuck the 1%, right? Oh no, he died. I mean, let's not waste his stuff. We have this as well.
How could they be waiting?
I get dripped out now.
It's here.
Do they have weapon durability in this again? I'm seeing the 100 and realizing, oh, this is gonna have durability, isn't it? Oh, I like my hair. I like my bandana. I don't want to cover that up. Can I not take his armor?
Don't know, but it's too late to go back now. Don't worry, sire. We will get you out of here.
They won't be the first to underestimate the blades. I'll take point. Let's move.
You stay here, prisoner. Don't try to follow us.
Don't tell me what to do.
There's trouble ahead.
Oh. Oh. You know what, I'll go my own way. I'll go this way and see what I can... Oh, who left this here? Rusty iron war axe. Okay. Do I have any magic? The Eye of Night. Heal minor wounds. Oh, I have no lockpick. Okay. Can't do the Baldur's Gate 3 thing where I just smash thing open. Dead Goblin Shaman, okay. I like how direct they had to be with it. I imagine enough people probably missed that. Don't need that many torches. Locked one was over here. Oh, there's a shield. I equip all that. I don't think I want to be a stealth archer this time. I always be a stealth archer. This is one of the best ways to play the game, so I try not to do it. I think it's great that they kept the original lockpicking minigame in this, but I still think the Skyrim lockpicking is much better. All these. Alright. Have that on the bell. Where are you going? Oh, they're running away, okay. This motherfucker. You eat that. One of the best ways to do alchemy is just to eat shit and see what it does. In Skyrim, at least. I like the idea in Skyrim that the way alchemists find out what things do is just eating random flowers and insects to learn their effects. I hate that. I just healed that HP and he immediately took it away. Oh hell yeah, tomato that's apparently still fresh. Almost have dropped it from above, I think. A lettuce, keys. I mean, it's gonna go to waste if no one eats this. Do they do the whole Skyrim thing where you shortcuts? If I went to magic, I shortcut some of these. Okay, that's a lot easier than the original method of just having to constantly open the menu. Okay, I can do this. That'll tell me where to go that way. Okay. Definitely welcome quality of life changes. Although I do miss the dual wielding they introduced in Skyrim, but I guess it probably wouldn't work as well in this. You probably end up breaking the game actually. I loved how flexible it was with the dual wielding. It was one of my favourite things about Skyrim. I should probably put my bow and arrow on there as well. If I ever wanted to use it, that is. That's for calling the guards. If you want to report a crime, you'd report it on that. Do I want to be a weave with a katana, or do I want to use an iron axe?
Mohammed Ahmed 94 asked me, what is Avatar OB4? Stop right there! Criminal scum! Avatar Obi is here to entertain and lead the stream through their terrorist arc in the Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion Remastered. They're here to serve up some chaos and laughter, but I'm keeping my eye on them just in case. Anything suspicious, and I'll be right there to issue a fine or two. Now pay attention, citizen, and stay out of trouble.
Oh, dude, this is just... I just broke into his home and killed him. I think it's not bad enough that he lives down here on his own. Hang on, I'm over encumbered already. That didn't take very long. Okay. What do I want to get rid of? I'm not going to use the club. I can drop that. I'm not going to use the war axe either. I can get rid of that. I want to equip that. Yeah, I'm afraid that dude's been evicted. Drop these.
Muhammad Ahmed 94 asked me, the Elder Scrolls 4. What do you think about this game? Oh, great. Another fantasy adventure with dragons, magic, and endless quests. Just what I needed to add to my never-ending list of things that irritate me. Oblivion, more like obliviously overrated. But hey, if wandering around Cyrodiil and listening to guards say the same few lines over and over is your kind of fun, who am I to judge?
I actually recorded a lot of the lines again. They got different voice actors. In the original game, it was like 4 people doing every line, which wasn't the best. Because you'd hear someone basically talking to themselves quite often, so they re-recorded a lot of the lines with different variations. I think they got a different voice actor for each race, I think. Oh, why am I killing the dungeon slime? Okay, rip dungeon slime. It's always going to be pissables. In fact, you know what? That'll be related to how you die, I think. I'll get the underscore in there as well. I know. Unfortunately, your cause of death is going to be dehydration. So look forward to that. You're going to go from being a slime to being just dust, I think. You know, one thing I'm looking forward to seeing in this game with all these updated graphics is Lucian LeChance's body. Because I remember when I first played the Dark Brotherhood questline, like, it genuinely had moments that creeped me the fuck out. Because of how graphic at the time I thought it looked. So I can't wait to see how much better it'll look when it's been remastered. Like, you can find the severed head of the dude's mother, right? You find his lair. I don't need an iron dagger. I'll leave it. I like how little this feature gets used in the game. Like, it's very rare that you actually get the chance to do this, apart from, like, in the actual Dark Brotherhood storyline where you do get to, like, use traps to kill your target. Like that one dude you can drop a chandelier on. I'm going to try and resist the temptation to be sneaky in this, because I do it too much. I play every game stealthily, so I want to not do it here, so I can actually experience it differently for a change. I think I've got enough rat meat, I don't need any more. This is my Goblin Slayer arc now. How's my weapon durability looking right now? Not too bad. Maybe I'll switch to a steel short sword for a sec. Wear this down a little bit more. Maybe you should reduce it to 480p to get the authentic experience, right? As if it's 2007 all over again. I'm noticing the character creator is definitely different. In the sense that he didn't ask me about my star sign or anything. But I think that comes up later on, doesn't it? It comes up now-ish. I want to see how much different it's become. I think it's when you meet the Emperor again. It's like, oh, by the way, what's your sign? Oh, he had some pretty sick armor, but unfortunately it's conjured. Hey, besties.
Damn it! It's that prisoner again! Kill him! He might be working with the assassins.
No, he is not one of them. He can help us. He must help us.
As you wish, sire.
They cannot understand why I trust you. They've not seen what I've seen. How can I explain? Listen, you know the Nine, how they guide our fates with an invisible hand. I've served the Nine all my days, and I chart my course by the cycles of the heavens. The skies are marked with numberless sparks, each a fire, and every one a sign. I know these stars well, and I wonder which sign marks...
Well, I'm an Aries. The fire sign. Alright, what do I want? Strength and endurance, maybe. Magicka by 50 is always a good one. The invisibility one can be pretty useful if you want to steal a lot of stuff. There is one I was considering. Movement speed by 20 points is always a good one. There's no other way to improve your movement speed. That's basically turn undead. They've changed this one, so I remember this being really fucking broken. So in the original Oblivion, it's like the way this sign worked is you can't restore magicka, but when you get hit by magic attacks, you don't take damage, it restores your magic for you. They changed now, it's a 50% chance of absorbing it. Because it made it so good against enemies that used magic to the point where they couldn't hurt you. So if you're playing a character that wasn't going to use magic, like you're using like a sword and shield or something, you can put that one on, because since you're not using magic, it'll just get like immunity to magic from that. But from the looks of it, they've tweaked it so it's not as easy to exploit. Increase armor rating by 15, okay. Grants power. Sorry, deal 3 points of damage to 20 seconds, also deals poison. I normally went, because the first one I ever played, I played as an Argonian, I went Shadow. And like, oh, you're a Shadow, basically accidentally roleplayed as a Shadow Scale, because then I joined the Dark Brotherhood, of course. And am I going to be stealing a lot? Or do I want to be really fast? I'm tempted to. But also, I know everyone, and myself included, I'm guilty of this, will play this game as a stealth archer. So I'm deliberately trying to pick options that'll make that difficult for me, so I won't just default to what I always do. I am tempted by the Atrium, because this used to be really overpowered, but they definitely made it not as overpowered now, because they made it a 50% chance. But that's still pretty good. 50% is pretty high. It was really cool being able to exploit it, because you can use the Chameleon spell, which gives you, like, what, 20% invisibility, depending on how good you are at it. And you can enchant, like, 5 different pieces of armor with, like, 20% to achieve 100% invisibility. Which is always quite funny. So I'm going to go with Steed, because there's no other way to improve your movement speed. I want to be fast as fuck.
The signs I read show the end of my path. My death, a necessary end, will come when it will come. Your stars are not mine. Today, the steed shall speed your progress.
They nerfed it in Skyrim, but even then, it was still pretty broken.
My dreams grant me no opinions of success. Their compass ventures not beyond the doors of death. But in your face, I behold the sun's companion. The dawn of Akatosh's bright glory may banish the coming dark.
I'm genuinely really impressed with how good this looks.
And with the promise of your aid, my heart must be satisfied. No trophies of my triumphs precede me, but I have lived well, and my ghost shall rest easy. Men are but flesh and blood. They know their doom, but not the hour. In this, I am blessed to see the hour of my death, to face my apportioned fate, then fall. I go to my grave. A tongue shriller than all the music calls me. You shall follow me yet for a while. Then we must part.
You may as well make yourself useful. Here, carry this torch and stick close. We're the Emperor's bodyguards. Our job is to get him out of situations like this. Although I admit, things are not going according to plan. My job is to make sure the Emperor gets out of here alive, and I intend to do it.
Oh, that's a varied voice acting. I think the re-recorded lines all sound pretty good.
So let us do our job, and you'll be all right.
See, I could hold the torch up, but I don't need to. I can just, like, I can see in the dark, so I'm good. They can fumble about in the dark, I'm good. I'm more than fine. In fact, let me change that a little bit as well. Get rid of that one. It's on there twice. I'll replace it some other time when I get something new.
Not much farther.
This one's mine!
Also, is my game auto-saving or not? Let me have a look. No, I don't think it does auto-save. Oh no, it does, okay. It's been doing regular auto-saves. I wanted to make sure it is doing that. In case I become indecisive or want to go back and change my star sign or something again. Which I know you get the chance to do at the end. I might do.
God's blood.
Oblivion!
I'm not helping.
Talos preserve us.
I do not work for the 1%.
This one's mine! Protect the Emperor!
Did I see some bugs floating in midair for a second? I mean, it wouldn't be a Bethesda game without bugs, right?
Mara's mercy on you.
For the blade!
God's blood.
And the Emperor!
I love that they all die in weird positions like this. It's so very Elder Scrolls. I love it. The ragdoll physics are the best. I'm glad they never disappoint. I can't believe they don't hold the door open. We have to go in one at a time. Close the door behind us.
Hold up. I don't like this. Let me take a look. Looks clear. Come on. We're almost through to the sewers. Damn it! The gate is barred from the other side. A trap!
What about that side passage back there?
Worth a try.
The Dark Souls door. It is not open from this side.
It's a dead end. What's your call, sir?
They're behind us. Wait here, sire.
Wait here with the Emperor. Guard him with your life.
For
the Emperor!
Die, I fought mud crabs more fearsome than you. This ends.
I love the iconic lines.
You alone must stand against the Prince of Destruction and his mortal servants. He must not have the Amulet of Kings. Take the amulet, give it to Joffrey. He alone knows where to find my last son. Find him and close.
Oh yeah, Sean Bean. Can't wait. And this is one of the very few things Sean Bean's in that he survives till the ending.
Bad day to take up with the goals of the Saints.
Take them down.
The Amulet of Kings will be mine.
Hang on, I want his nice clothes. Can I get them? Can I take his clothes yet?
The amulet. Where's the Amulet of Kings? It wasn't on the Emperor's body. Strange. He saw something in you. Trusted you. They say it's the dragon blood that flows through the veins of every septim. They see more than lesser men. The Amulet of Kings is a sacred symbol of the Empire. Most people think of the red dragon crown, but that's just jewelry. The amulet has power. Only a true heir of the blood can wear it, they say. He must have given it to you for a reason. Did he say why? Joffrey? He said that? Why? Nothing I ever heard about, but Joffrey would be the one to know. He's the Grand Master of my order. Although you may not...
It's a shame the Blades end up being run by Delphine in Skyrim.
Near the city of Coral.
Well, I fucking hate her. The way that she wanted to kill Party Snacks, the best dragon in the entire game. Like, no way am I gonna do that.
That door must be the entrance to the sewers, past the locked gate. That's where we were heading. It's a secret way out of the Imperial City. Or it was supposed to be secret. Here, you'll need this key for the last door into the sewers. There are rats and goblins down there. But from what I've seen of you, I'm guessing you're an experienced archer.
I'm not. Right? I do not want to be a stealth archer. Maybe a warrior, barbarian. Later. I do also want to be magic, though. Does it give me the option to do my own? Maybe this. I think I want to do light armor, not heavy armor, because I know as much as I say I don't want to sneak, I'm probably going to end up sneaking. I also want to use destruction magic. And I can make a custom one as well. Maybe luck. Maybe conjuration. Maybe something like that. It's a weird class, actually. No, I think I'll stick with Nightblade.
Really? I would never have guessed. Still, I don't think you'll have any trouble with rats and goblins. You must get the amulet to Joffrey. Take no chances, but proceed to Wayne Priory immediately. Got it? Good. The Emperor's trust was well placed. I'll stay here to guard the Emperor's body, and make sure no one... By the way, thanks for recovering...
I want to rob his body, though.
I'll see that it is given a place of honor in the halls of the Blade. Leave the Emperor in peace.
I really want the outfit. I can't believe they don't let me steal his clothes anymore. He should be able to just examine his body. No, he's gonna be looking at me regardless. Yeah, he's gonna say no.
Leave the Emperor in peace.
They put him there so you can't rob his clothes. I know in the original you can just like while he's talking to you, you can just like open up his inventory and take his fancy clothes, but I'm guessing they don't want you to do that anymore. I mean, I get it. Some dude walks up the sewers dressed as the Emperor of Tamriel. Good afternoon, James. How are you doing, dude? Enjoy it, my dude. I've been having a great time. I'm still in the tutorial section. This is basically the end, I think. No, it does not open from this side. It's another one of those Dark Souls doors. Do I want to edit? Do I want to edit my birth sign? As much as I like the steed. I might go with Atronach, actually. I definitely don't. Do you know what? No, I'll go with Atronach. I'm committing. It'll make encounters against enemies that use magic a lot easier, so I can do the whole Mage's Guild a lot more easily. I love the new loading screen, though. This is such a fucking iconic view. I remember the first time I escaped sewers when I played Oblivion, and I was blown away. Just by when I saw this, like, holy cow. This is a game where I can go anywhere and do anything. It's like one of those first times I probably experienced an open world game. And like, I had choice paralysis because I didn't know where to go next or what to do next. In fact, I don't think I ever completed the main story of Oblivion when I first played it. So I got sidetracked by all the other quests. Can't wait to get a horse and put some armor on it. Actually follow the path. Can we use clairvoyance? The spell looks a lot better than it did in Skyrim, where you had to hold it down. Oh, this dog does not want me to pet him. The combat animations are definitely much better. Oh, it wants me to swim across this lake, apparently. Okay. Geronimo. Where'd my healing spell go? Someone's in combat with me. I don't know who it is. Let's have a look. There's a map I can look at. How much of it is unlocked already? It wants me to go there first. I think I want to go to the city. I want to explore Cyrodiil real quick. Oh, who are you and what are you doing out here? Shady Sam.
You need something special? Check out my wares. You won't find this stuff at your local general store, that's for damn sure. The Colovian Highlands? Near the Hammerfell border? No one lives there. That's barren wastelands. Can I interest you in some of my wares?
Poisons, okay. Oh, he's selling skooma. Hell yeah. I don't have enough gold for skooma. Damn. Alright, what can I sell? I'm not going to use that. Let's get rid of that. I don't need a potion of Night Eye. Potion of Sorcery. I might need those. Can I have that? Oh, he's not interested in buying anything else, is he? Alright, give me the skooma.
Thank you for your
Very first thing I did when I got out of prison is buy some drugs. I think that's probably what got me in there in the first place.
Come see me anytime, friend. I'm here day or night.
I don't want to kill him to take his clothes. Maybe if the wolf kills him, we'll be fine.
I'm just warming up, you pathetic worm.
I'm hoping the wolf wins.
Watch out.
There's a mud crab. You know what? No, maybe I'll let him bite the mud crab as well. I was hoping he would have died, so I could take his clothes. I could murder him. Is anyone gonna miss Shady Sam if I kill him? I should have killed him and stolen drugs off him, actually. Why was I buying like a chump? Oh, hell yeah. Alright, let's equip my new outfit. I want that black hood. Oh, but it hides my cool hair, though. Maybe not that. Okay. Black wide pants. Dark shirt. That looks pretty decent. It's got, like, no armor to it, but... No, I care too much about the aesthetics. I want to cover my hair up now. Yeah, it won't let you. Okay. I killed a man for his outfit. I'm not even gonna wear it. I think that's me committing a crime against fashion, maybe. A literal fashion crime. I'm not gonna steal any horses today. Maybe some other time.
You have my ear, citizen. Trouble? An old priest in Kvatch is worried about strange disappearances. He sounded quite depressed. How can we win if even the priests lose their faith?
Oh, they've got this minigame still in here as well.
Yes? How nice. Oh, that's great. That's really too much. You're a big fat liar. You're wasting your breath. How nice. That's great. How's it go again? You're pathetic. That's just talk.
Let's again.
Oh, that's great. That's really too much. You're pathetic. Is that so? Thank you. I see.
Oh, I'm just practicing on him, but I got the idea now. I have to remind myself how it works. I remember it being kind of weird. What's this guy doing?
Yeah. Restita stat lilia. I work at the Chestnut Handy Stables. Have you seen our horses once?
Sir, are you okay? Oh, sorry, no, ma'am, are you okay?
It's just that I can't make up my mind about the prophet in Anvil. Is he truly a...
I mean, it wouldn't be a Bethesda game if shit like this didn't happen, right?
A tragedy at the Chapel of Debella. We stable horses for folks in the Imperial City. Farewell.
Right, in we go. I want to see the Imperial Plaza remastered.
You have my ear, citizen.
This looks so fucking good. I'm genuinely impressed by how good this looks.
I'm only asking for enough to feed me kids. Thank you, kind.
I don't think you can do that in Oblivion because they don't have any buckets at the time. I think that's more of a Skyrim thing, but you know what? I'll give it a go.
I heard she was climbing up the chapel just so she could jump off. Blessings of Julianos upon ye.
Let me see if I can get a basket on someone's head. Let me find one first. The person.
What is it now?
Okay. Closest thing I can find. Oh, am I not allowed to pick that up? Current bounty 10. Oh, I'm guessing I'm gonna resist arrest.
With your blood.
He didn't say the line though.
You dare oppose the might of the Imperial Legion?
I'm warming up, you pathetic worm. Die,
Just warming up, you pathetic worm!
Okay, I'm not even allowed to do things like that. Okay. I'm annoyed he didn't do the whole line because he just stared at me in silence. Because normally, even if you don't own the thing, if you sort of like move it around, they don't mind. Also, why does she have a bed in the lobby? Holy cow, is this... is this actually where she lives? Does she sleep at work? I mean, this is probably every, like, middle manager's dream, right? Having their employees living at their desk, right? Clearly, this is some kind of dystopian, like, nightmare.
Angeli Blakely. This is my father's house. He was lost at sea many years ago. Oh, he's that wanted criminal. Isn't he a master thief? I hear he's dangerous, too. I've heard that the beggars spy for him. I'm content here. Someday I hope to meet the right man, but not a seaman. Never. Take care.
I think it's one of the more easier trivia questions out there, right?
Hungry. He's a fairy tale. The Imperial Watch pretends there is a thief king named the Grey Fox who controls all the thieves in Cyrodiil. Of course, it's all just made up to give them an excuse to keep us down. He's a fairy. Of
Oh,
course.
he's not going to tell me anymore, is he?
I'm listening.
Oh, I've already reached maximum disposition. Okay, he likes me too much.
Of anew upon ye.
What can I do for you? Thornir will buy almost anything. And I mean anything.
I have a lot of crap I need to sell, actually.
I'm listening. Don't try to manipulate me. Oh, please. I wish I could say that. That's great. How's it go again?
Well, that's jokes, okay.
Oh, that's great. That's really too much. Don't waste your flattery on me. What a great story. You can't scare me. Really? Interesting. You're wasting your breath. That's really funny. Don't.
You have to do all options, don't you? Because you can't not do an option.
That's just talk. Well done. That's great. How's it go again? What nonsense.
You can always just bribe them if you want.
What nonsense. What a great story. I like that a lot. You're wasting your... That works for me.
Right, Connor, you got the world's easiest trivia question, right? Let me give you a medal for that. Enjoy.
Take care.
I like how it goes from either being really easy or really difficult. There's no in between.
What is it, citizen?
I really like the start of the new loading screens. So the mushrooms you can find growing on the streets, and this applies in real life as well, they're free. You can just pick them up and take them.
Don't be the last to read today's Black Horse Courier.
It's free real estate. And then what I'll do, I'm going to save it here. I'll wrap it, but also I'm going to have a quick look at if there's any like Creation Club stuff in this as well. Which I know Bethesda have been putting in most of their games recently. Do they have mods for it yet or not? No, not officially anyway. Yeah, it's definitely like neatened up a little bit more. I'm gonna wrap it up here, I think, and I think I might raid out. So I'll see who's available. Let's chat. Thank you everyone who tuned in today. I always really appreciate it, of course. I might stream some more Oblivion. I might just go back to playing The Last of Us, because I'm on the very last chapter of that, actually. And I might play The Last of Us Part 2 after that, and then I was considering playing the God of War games. I'll see how it goes. I am also continuing my Baldur's Gate 3 Honor Mode playthrough with Ronnie at some point. I need to find out when they're available. But let me see who I can raid out to. I'll send you to someone nice if I can. If not, deal with it, I guess. Let's have a look at who's available. Okay, how long have you been streaming for? Let me find out. I've got a good few people online right now. Maybe I can go with someone that's also playing Oblivion. Let's have a look. I'm noticing a good number of people are also playing it. Or maybe I might raid out to Tori. I've not raided Tori in a while. She's currently playing No Man's Sky, which is one of my favourite fucking games. So I'm gonna send you her way. I know she's streaming for a bit, but she's probably going for a bit longer actually. So I'm gonna let you enjoy watching her play some No Man's Sky. It's a fucking good game. In fact, I watch her play it so much more than I actually play it myself these days. But anyway, I hope you enjoy watching the stream. I hope we see you not tomorrow. Maybe Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Depending. Most likely Friday, actually. Probably Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I'll see you then. Who knows what I'll be playing. Probably The Last of Us. Maybe Baldur's Gate 3. We'll see. Anyway, enjoy watching Tori. Sayonara. Sayonara.